Fun, 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 fun in the sun. Hello, fellow tamers, this is your king speaking, and we're about to start the second quest. By the way, meet my burst mode juggernaut craniumon without the cranium. He's missing a duo solar saber, sorry. Yeah, I got to this part right here. However, he's missing his one burst mode item, which I'll probably take care of later if I ever come across that event. But anyway, we're going to start our next event. Whoops. Hold on a minute. Something more important. That's the name of this quest. Something more important. And it's one more M to do this, which, of course, we're going to save up our money and get richer. So here's my thing. I'm going to keep doing the killing Digimon and the Digimon dungeon raid to get more KFC, more pizza, and whatnot to keep continuing this whole charade until I come back and record more of these episodes. But for right now, let's see what we can handle. We're not going to be using Digimon for this because, well, what can I say? I mean, I am more of an Imperial Digimon fan because it has been me and Imperial Digimon finding this guild that we've made since I began playing the game, however. Let's get started. We need to kill... Oh, no, we can't kill. We have to get the stone fragments from the Rockmon. Well, this got to be interesting. So yeah, I got a lot to talk about, apparently. One being that I've seemed to have lost more than what I've bargained for, because I've gotten towards collecting a lot of Royal Knights in the Lucimon server, and that has become the top priority of hackers to make a downfall on, and it's become a ideal rumor that the hackers had ruined that server for good this time, and me or my fellow guildmate Fodswa couldn't get back into it at some point because of the disconnection error, and I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I've tried again and again to get back in, and for some reason Lilithmon server seems to be the most standout and much more nicer server to be in, and I hate to admit it, but I gotta start over again. And where are these fragments? Well, at least the pizza was good. Yeah, these quests are going to be so hard. Whenever I first heard about these maze quests, I thought it was going to be like something serious. Oh, there's one. Oh no, it ain't one. It's a chip. Get rid of that. And he's not going to hurt me anytime soon. But yeah, I have a lot to talk about. I'm going to be covering a lot of questions regarding how to collect the Royal Knights. I've, put up steps so far in pages on my website, and I've done a lot of walkthroughs and coverages and whatnot, trying to keep things, organized as much as I could, and I think I've done a pretty good job. I mean, I've been complimented on the new source of making a website so far. I've gone through what was it called, Webs, and Webs didn't do it for me, so I've chosen Weebly for my next project, and it seems to be doing good. So if you find the link in the description, which I've posted in the previous two entrances I've recorded, I mean just previously, you'll see that it's a good website. I mean, it's a good source fed. I've gone through like 3 so far, and Webs was far the worst. I hate to say it, webs is far the worst, because whenever you pass a certain point in the year, your current free trial runs out, can't make any more pages, and by the time that you realize that you can't create any more pages, by the time you delete a page, try to make a new one, it can't be deleted. I mean, or I should say it can't be deleted. It can't be remade, my bad. So yeah, it's kind of a hard thing to discuss. I mean, I've tried so hard to organize myself, and it seems to be even harder trying to create a website like this. And Weebly has done a good job of allowing me to create more pages, create more functionalities, and allowing me the chance to help others out in need. I mean, I can do this for free. I can teach people, for instance, how to play for free. Unlike some games like World of Warcraft, it is a forced option to pay to win. And for DMO, it's not even that bad. I mean, yes, Move Games is getting their money's worth, because it's like the Silk Shop. The Silk Shop is their money in the bank. I mean, they got like a ton of stuff in there that needs to be bought out before, you know, the end of event. And to be honest, I don't think the event's ever going to end, because, oh, we finally got a piece. It looks like a jaw by the looks of things. But anyway, before the end of the events, there's like some items in there that tend to expire before you even get a chance to acknowledge that you need to save up money to pay for silk, to buy these items. And if you need tradable items, even at that, you would have to pay for P-Silk, and to do that you have to use a credit card, and which in some cases, yeah, I can understand people do not want to, you know, lend out the the personal info of their credit cards, because yes, there are thieves and robbers out there that would actually trick you into giving out this sort of infos, which is on my newsfeed page of the website. And I've, you know, put up a list of warnings as of there, and I guarantee you, if you would pay attention to the news feeds that I've been sending out, you won't have a thing to worry about. But as far as that goes, I mean, I am literally kicking butt out here trying to keep everything organized as possible. And as far as that goes, I don't know, I'll leave it up to you to decide. I mean, yes, there's a lot of things I'm working on the sides as projects go, but yeah, it's a choice. You can either pay to win or win for free. I mean, I of course have been the win for free kind of game, because I've done a lot on the Digimon server. As you can tell from the home page, everything was so organized through archives, and I fit everything in like a puzzle. And believe it or not, I was very good at puzzles in the old days, so it's like a choice. And I can't say for sure whether or not, you know, if you guys would agree on to something like this, but you know, it's an opinion. I accept everybody's opinion. I am not that kind of person to be self-centered and say I'm good at this, you know, 100%, but you know, it's just an opinion. I'm not going to force options on you, whether you want them to or not. It's just out there. It's a choice. It's recommended that you would have to look at your options and see where you want to go from there. But on the other hand, if you're like me and you work hard for your money, that's a given. But I just like to, you know, have fun. I mean, I work hard on things I get, like Digicores and stuff like that, KFC, that's a given, and it's really hard for me to even afford Terras. I can't see how anyone can afford Terras such as that. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that buy silk and set up, you know, cash shops, and can't maintain their currencies. But I know someone on the Loose Mod server right now who is very on the level of greedy, and he's like got over 9,000 Terras, all because of his cash shop thing going on at DATS, and he's selling eggs for like 400 Terras because they're like 5x5s or something. And mind you, some of these eggs are really rare, like Digimon, and that is sad. He was like the last royal knight that I needed, and he was stingy. I'm not going to name names, I'm just going to say he was stingy. And if you agreed to those terms, you would actually see how stingy he was. And he wouldn't be as far as nice enough to help me out or anything. And yes, I do work hard for the things I get. I even got some burst mode items for helping out with people in quests, and you know, it's an easy thing to do. I mean, I like to help people in return of gifts and stuff. I mean, I'm not going to ask for something that comes in for cheap. I mean, yeah, it's a given. And especially if you got like, what do you call them, events, like the one we have right now. It's September 3rd, 2015, and they're giving away free BM items as much as a free miracle egg. And there are some people out there that want the burst mode item called the Omni Sword, or in Korean the Omega Blade. But you know, that's 25 coins, and I've just spent 20 coins for a miracle egg, and I love it so much. The other Digimon I have in my party right now, his name is Mega All-Force, and Magna All-Force, sorry. And as you can tell, he right now is holding the miracle egg, and he's a 5x5. I hatched his egg as a 5x5, but his stature stands at 120%, as well as my 4x5 Digimon right here. He stands at 120%, and I don't know if I should try to fruit him or not. I could probably go higher, but you know, I don't want to chance it. I like the even odds, and I don't want to ruin it. And if I were to push my luck, you know, I feel like I would tend to fail terribly. And I'm not bragging, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying I feel terrible about my luck sometimes. And it just comes to show that some events do give you eggs when given, and most people would have a Renamon or a Tentamon, and some lucky guy out there would have a Kudamon, in which case Kudamon is an event egg. So yeah, that's a given. I'm not going to waste time saying how hard it is to capture a Digimon. It's hands down the hardest to, you know, farm for, and dropped mercenary eggs is one way to go. I mean, you can wait for an event to come around that has like hatch backups and stuff, and that would be the perfect way to go to hatch a 4x5. And if you had like mid data perhaps, and you somehow got like 3 or 4 Terras, you can buy mid data right off the spot at DATS, and it's not that much. I mean, it shouldn't be that much, but sometimes people can be so greedy at times to make it like up to like 25 Terras a piece, and that is sad. I guarantee you, I was crying whenever I found out that they were selling Kudamon for like 500 Terras. I was torn apart. I mean, well, I wasn't crying like a ball baby, but you understand what I'm saying. I was hurt, man. I could not breathe for anything. I was like, this guy's a monster for trying to do this to me. I mean, I've sat here and talked to him from time to time, and was like making jokes and everything to make people laugh and stuff, but that was ridiculous. How greedy, how far can people take greed? I mean, seriously. 400 teras after having like 9,000? That is so greedy. And I helped a lot of people out in my days, and I'm still doing it till this day. I mean, I'm recording this LP, I'm making not much of a living, but, you know, having fun with what I'm doing, so, yeah, it's a choice. Like I said, it's an option if you want to win to play, or, play to win for free, or pay to win. The choice is up to you. You're not forced into anything. You're not having a gun to your temple saying that you should do this or do that. It's a choice. I mean, JoyMax is no longer in the picture. JoyMax had given the servers up to the rightful owners, Move Games, as Fox Gamers had said, and according to Fox Gamers, Move Games turned DMO to Smilegate. I'm not so sure if it's temporary or if it's permanent. I don't know, it's up to them. But the thing of it is, it was kind of hard to trust a company that, you know, tore everything to pieces. I mean, hardly anyone would respond to you in a report post as they are right now. I mean, I said a lot of things that try to help people out, but even then it seems more redundant to do so because there's no response for it. I have sent in at least 200 reports before getting a reply, and it was over the same subject. Why are people DCing? Why are these people here giving the company all this crap? And I have been, you know, up and down the coaster of it all, and I started back in 2013. You might as well say it's been like 3 years since I've been playing, because technically I've, you know, started back in March, and it's almost my 3rd anniversary as it is, with Imperial Digimon. So, yeah, I mean, believe it or not, it is the 2nd server I have had Imperial Digimon at my side at this point. Making this guild, finding the Royal Knights, and yes, I am very grateful for it. But to have the time to get Terras that we need, and I've explained this before, the dropped cracked eggs that they give is right over here. And if we go over to File Island Waterfront right now and picked on Cherubimon to get his scannable eggs, and no, before you ask, they're not Lotmon eggs. They're more like Slowmon and Impmon, but you can still scan them for Digicores, which is what they're mainly used for. That or Devil Data, whichever. I mean, it's easy either way. You can like sell the data or the extra data that you don't need and get the Terras for more cores, or just, you know, do what you will. I mean, it's a choice, but it seems to appear like some sort of addiction to most people trying to get to one place or another, and I agree to what they're dealing with. And I mean, I've been there. I've asked so many questions about what's going on, and I've actually caught someone into a lie too about this. A close friend of mine, who I've just started talking to since we were talking about the Lucimon hacks and all, about how we can get like endless supply of Jogres chips, and this is very important, so pay attention. Say for instance you wanted to hatch a Jogres, such as Omnimon or Alphamon, and for Omnimon it is very important to stay away from the Zed cannon or the Victory Sword, because that would ruin the whole process of unlocking Omnimon forever. you would have to hatch a brand new set of eggs just to get it cleared. And yes, it's been proven. I've said it on my website. It's proof. There's proof right there. But yeah, if you were to hatch another set after completing the Joker's quest 100%, hatch another set, give them up to 41, unlock Mega, and you'll have another set of Joker's chips. And I've asked about this before whenever I first started out my first week. I asked a guildmate about what was meant to happen, and he said nothing, because it's done and over with. The first quest is done, you're not going to get anything. And 2 years later, I've been confirmed that that question that I had an idea for was a go, because it's been done like 3 times over, and he gave me the go to do the same. And I'm sitting here with my hands on my, well, with my butt on my hands, I should say, sitting on my hands. My jaw dropped, and I was like, I can't believe it took me 2 years to figure out that I was lied to. And it was ridiculous. I did not expect people to troll me like that no matter what. And everybody expects me to figure out some things for myself, and that I do at times, but I don't expect to be lied to like that. No, that's just a no. I mean, I don't lie to you people. I like to help out, and I expect nothing, different. I mean, yes, I would like to have some truth in this, and I would not like to be trolled or spammed, rather, with goofy crap. I mean, I've kept my cool for the most part, but some people know how to test me and push my buttons. And sometimes, it can be done in a cool way, and I can keep my cool about it, but, it's just endless. And there's a lot of complaints no matter what server you're on. People will call you a noob or a troll or whatever. It's just always going to be out there. And yes, I will admit, the word noob gets thrown around here a lot. I don't know why. It just happens. It sets them like a bar lower than they're expecting. They think they're all cool and stuff whenever they say something like that. What they don't realize is they're degrading themselves. I can't count how many times somebody tried to card on me while in the Digimon dungeon, or raid dungeon, trying to beat some bosses just to get me to miss, or lose rather. I mean, I'm slow enough. I can say, for instance, that there is a lot of changes, but that time is done and over with, and I was lucky enough to get a few points in. But yeah, it seems that I've reached my goal. I've completed this quest, Rockman Stone Fragments. We're going to name this quest at the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will talk to you guys again later.